So, good morning. Actually, it's not good morning, right? Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm JB.
I'm Madison. I'm Kiana. And I'm Taylor.
And we are Discovery Bay Comics. And welcome to another edition of What's On Today with Discovery Bay.
Hi.
And the reason why we're so late is because we had a super sleepover last night. Yay! Okay, girls, I gotta do the show. You let me do the show?
Yeah.
Okay, watch out. Here we go. Okay, this is the show where I'm going to share some of my top picks from the sea of comic content that was released yesterday. Then I'm going to do a rundown of the lineup of shows that are either releasing today or going live. Let's get started with a quick recap of yesterday's highlights. There are links to these channels in the description below. These channels, you ready?
Have been discovered.
Yes! Okay, first up on the recap, check out the Aggressively Relaxing channel for the next installment in their series titled This Week in Marvel Comics Radio Parody number 49. I've always had a hard time describing this, so let's just take a look.
MCH, kick in MCH. MCH, kick in MCH.
This is an emergency alert from Manhattan Department of Public Safety. Portals are opening up, letting an invasion force of frost giants, dark elves, and the rest of the contents page of a Dungeons & Dragons manual. If you are in the vicinity, you should evacuate as instructed by local authorities.
Good evening, this is Connor Steele with an emergency report. We are getting word now that there is portals opening up in downtown Manhattan, releasing monsters into the city. We go now to Barney Fly, our eye in the sky, to learn more.
Really use a portal too? Is that a dragon?
Okay, if you read your Marvel comics this week, then that was pretty funny, right? To watch the entire video and more great content from Aggressively Relaxing, click in the link right there. Point up. Not there, up there. Ah, okay. Alright, on the next item of the recap, head over to Midwest ComicMan channel for a video titled Inside the Covers, Episode 5. Yeah, Planet Comics number 5. Let's take a peek.
Hey everybody, it's Midwest Comic Man, and today on episode 5, we're going to be doing Planet Comics number 5 from Fiction House, and it was published in May 1940. So, we're going to start off with a corker of a cover by the great Will Eisner, great Flip Baker cover with an alien monster going after the pretty young lass. You can definitely see hints of his work on the spirit and the way he drew the woman, particularly her face. This is great stuff. Next, we have another kind of contest, one which does not involve you cutting up your comics. Our first story is Captain Nelson Cole of the Solar Force. Captain Cole exposes a plot to plunge the solar system into war for the gains of a villainous ruler. Next is Gail Allen of the Girls Patrol. In 1990, Prince Blagu Daru, interplanetary buccaneer, swoops down on the Eastern Hemisphere with a fleet of super ships. Next is a new feature, Pharaoh, Planet Detective. Pharaoh is an occult super detective thwarting vampires and werewolves that have invaded from Pluto. His first case is for John Wade, who has begged his help. His daughter disappeared 3 months ago, and ever since on the full moon, horrible noises come from the lodge, and creatures are seen.
Take a peek. Now, Paul, I really think you're onto something here. This is such an amazing page-by-page turn of a 1940s comic. If you want to see this entire video and more, great content from Paul at Midwest Comics Man, click right here. Now over there! Ah, okay. Now on to today's lineup. And this is where we're going to find out
What's on today with Discovery Bay.
Yay! Okay, now all of these times, point over here. All of these times are listed in both Pacific Standard Time and Eastern Standard Time, and all the channel links with timestamps are in the description below. So, first up at 12 a.m. Pacific, 3 a.m. Eastern, Arrow.
Whosoever watches this channel, if he or she be worthy, shall acquire the knowledge from High Road Comics.
Arrow over at High Roads Comics is releasing a video titled Flex Comics Unboxing Game of Thrones Edition. Ready? At 1 a.m. Pacific, 4 a.m. Eastern. Joe Ryan Comics will be releasing his next video titled Comic Book Haul, April 24th, 2019, New Comic Book Day. Okay, ready? At 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, over at John's Comics with Kids channel, we get our first live stream of the day titled Saturday Morning Comics, episode number 26. This is still my favorite. You're out of here? Okay, this is still my favorite event. Stop by and say hello to John, Kate, and Charlie. Is this mic still on? Good. At 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, head over to JP's Budget Collecting for the next installment in his series titled CBSI Hot Top 10 Comics from 10/26/18. Are they still hot? So Jason reviews the CBSI list from 6 months ago to see if these books are still hot or not. Today he looks back at the Hot Top 10 Comics from October 26, 2018. How are these books doing now? What books were a smart investment and which ones just required a little patience? At 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, over at Economics and Comics channel, Billy has given us a live stream titled Comic Book Auction, short and sweet, from 12 to 2:30 p.m. Then, at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, we get a video titled New Comic Book Day Early Access, May 8th, 2019. Then, at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, we get a video titled Exchange Collectibles, which I actually think I have a box from them in that pile. Okay. At 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, over at the Big Lion Cat 646 channel, we get a live stream. It's titled Big Lion Cat 646 9 Lives Auction at the Cat's Lair. Meow! So join Patrick and Lenny as they host special guest sellers Thorough Q Burrow, Comic Spectre, and none other than yours truly, JB of Discovery Bay Comics. At 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, over at Jester Rican and his comics channel, Rod and Jeffrey Comic-Con Henson joined forces for a great live show titled Coast to Coast Comics. Today is the 17th episode and it's going to be epic. Let's join them in the live chat as they welcome a very special guest from the island of Puerto Rico, Borinken Comics. We hope to see you all in the chat. At 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, over at Comics with Bueller channel, we're getting a very special live event titled Avengers Endgame with Comictom and Bueller Review, Expectations and More, Spoiler Warning. Join Comictom and Bueller as they go over Avengers Endgame, what they think, what did they expect, and what was missing. At 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, oh yeah! Over at Comic Head 84 channel, Kenny is going live with a stream titled Saturday Night Auction. Yep, our third auction of the day. Kenny is moving some books, making room for his next grail. Be sure to check him out. At 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, let's check out the boys over at Gem Mint Collectibles, because they go live with episode number 52 of their self-titled show. And you know, this is the one where Mint and Manimal sit around, have a few drinks, maybe have a cigar, and do their thing. Come in, stop by the chat, and leave a thumbs up. Now the last item on the lineup and the last live show that I know about starts at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. Head over and check out a live stream from Steve at Burke Nasty 54 Comics titled ChinoComics&More RAFFLE, 1 out of a 100 McFarlane variant. It's Saturday night and Steve and the boys from Chino Comics are on live. How could you go wrong? I'll see you in the chat. That's it for today's show, but I did want to mention that I will be going live right here on Sunday to open up that stack of boxes that does include a mystery mail call, a Bueller box, some IG comic family purchases, and of course some eBay stuff. So, everyone, please check me out on Facebook where I can use some likes, and on Instagram where I'll be posting this schedule at some point later on today with any ads and or changes to the schedule. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. If you know anyone who might be interested in this information or may want to be included in this show, please share this with them. Also, leave me a comment on how I can make the show better. If you're not already a subscriber, think about subscribing so you don't miss out on any of this great new content. And as always, do not forget, we had a good time.